In the ancient courts of Babylon, a young Hebrew captive named Daniel rose to a position of unimaginable power, not by sword or politics, but through wisdom and divine favor. Taken from Jerusalem during the Babylonian exile, Daniel was brought into King Nebuchadnezzar's service as a trainee in Babylonian customs. But even in a foreign land, Daniel never abandoned his faith in the one true God. And this unwavering devotion led to miracles that shook the thrones of mighty kings. What began as a simple act of obedience turned into a demonstration of divine power that made even the most powerful rulers tremble before Daniel. The first tremor came when King Nebuchadnezzar had a disturbing dream, a vision he refused to share with anyone. Yet he demanded that his wise men not only interpret the dream, but also tell him what the dream was without him saying a word. When they failed, Daniel stepped forward with boldness, requesting time to seek God. That night, God revealed the dream and its meaning to Daniel in a vision. When Daniel described and interpreted the dream with perfect accuracy, Nebuchadnezzar was astonished. He fell on his face before Daniel and declared, "Truly, your God is the God of gods and Lord of kings." Daniel 2:47. In that moment, the great king of Babylon feared Daniel, not because of his own strength, but because of the divine power that clearly worked through him. Years later, Nebuchadnezzar's pride brought him low. After dreaming of a great tree that was cut down, Daniel warned the king that his arrogance would lead to humiliation. The prophecy came true when Nebuchadnezzar lost his sanity and lived like a beast for 7 years. But just as Daniel foretold, he was restored when he humbled himself before God. The king's fear of Daniel deepened, not as a man to be controlled, but as a messenger of a sovereign God who rules even over kings. And Daniel's name became synonymous with truth, integrity, and power that came from heaven. But Daniel's divine authority did not end with Nebuchadnezzar. When Belshazzar, Nebuchadnezzar's descendant, defiled the holy vessels taken from God's temple in Jerusalem, a mysterious hand appeared and wrote on the palace wall. The words were terrifying and unreadable to everyone, except Daniel. When summoned, Daniel boldly declared the meaning, "You have been weighed in the balances and found wanting." Daniel 5:27. That very night, the Babylonian Empire fell. Belshazzar was slain, and once again Daniel stood as the voice of God in a time of judgment. Even under the rule of Darius the Mede, Daniel's miracles didn't cease. His refusal to stop praying to God, even under threat of death, landed him in the lion's den. But God shut the mouths of the lions. The next morning, Darius ran to the den and found Daniel untouched. In awe, the king issued a decree to all the nations of the earth, declaring, "The God of Daniel is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed." Daniel 6:26. From the Babylonian throne to the Medo-Persian Empire, Daniel's miracles demanded fear and reverence, not for himself, but for the God who walked with him in every trial. Daniel's story is a powerful reminder that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Kings with armies and empires bowed to the authority of a man who feared no one but God. In a world where thrones rise and fall, Daniel's life reveals this eternal truth. Those who honor God will be honored by him, even before kings.